All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to give a news update. All right, what Iran is saying back to the U.S. and Israel. All right, we have the weak saying that I am strong. So Donald Trump and Israel doesn't want Iran to achieve nuclear, capabilities. But Iran is saying, well, if they want to do that, they can do it. And there's nothing that America can do that will stop them. So now, there's threats in the air saying, I hope we can make a peace deal, or basically they're going to attack their nuclear sites. And Iran is saying, basically, you won't even be able to strike us. And if you do strike us, we're going to smack you back in the mouth. This is what they're saying. They said that they won't smack America in the mouth. The weak is really saying that I am strong. And let's not forget also, Russia is a very close, tight ally with Iran. This isn't just like they just chop it up from time to time. No, that's a very close ally to Iran is Russia. All right, and China too. Don't forget China. All right, so I'm talking. Well, China is close with Russia, so China will back Russia, and Russia is going to back Iran. All right, it even says it in Ezekiel 38, where it's telling you about World War III and how Russia's going to lead the charge. But guess who's coming with Russia in this Third World War to fight alongside them? The Persians. And the Persians is the Iranians. Persia changed its name to Iran in 1935. All right. So I'm not going to make this too long. I just want to get a precept or two and then play this video. And I got to hop on this road. With no further ado, this is Joel 3:9 that we read. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right. These little nations, man, like Iran, like North Korea, they're saying that I am strong. Why? Because they have the ability to have nuclear weapons. As a matter of fact, Kim Jong-un, he got nuclear weapons. All right. And there's a headline out there that says Kim Jong-un's, North Korea's growing nuclear arsenal. So they ready to, and they said they have the ability to hit America from anywhere. See that weak saying that I am strong? And then you also have Iran saying, if you hit us, we're going to hit you back. They also said, we're not just going to hit you back tit for tat. We're going to hit you 10 more times. They saying the days of going back and forth are over. You want to hear it. All right. But right here, you see plowshares and you see pruning hooks. They're being beaten into what? Swords and spears. These agricultural tools. All right. These tools to cultivate the land is being turned into what? Weapons of war. This symbolizes these little nations like North Korea, Iran, getting up their military might. And you saw Iran really start upgrading when that weapons embargo was taken off of them back in 2018. And one of their main suppliers, or the main supplier to Iran for weapons, is Russia. Educate yourself on that. So if America attacks if America attacks Iran's nuclear sites, them in Israel, the response is going to be very, very dramatic, man. We could be looking at the beginnings of the World War III right now. Some say that we already in World War III. It just hasn't gotten reached a maximum. All right, and if we're this close to World War III, to all hell breaking loose, how much more closer is the MOTB? Because the MOTB has to be implemented on a massive scale before World War III really, really pops off. So how close are we? See, the end is nearer than what we believe. All right. And I just want to prove this point right here in Ezekiel 38. It's lucky I'm on a plantation, about to leave. Gotta keep my head on a swivel. You don't know who could be lurking. All right, 38 and let's see. This is Ezekiel 38 and 5, and we read: Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. See, and this is against Russia. This is about Russia and how the Lord is going to make Russia start to hate America like they used to. And when war starts, guess who's coming with them? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, which they are all allies, strong allies to Russia today. How about that? Prophecy jumping off of the page. All right.
TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News, broadcast to you from Jerusalem. U.S. Central Command launches over 100 strikes, eliminating dozens of Houthi leaders and further degrading the terror group's military capabilities in Yemen. The Israel Air Force strikes at Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon and Beirut after 2 projectiles were launched toward Israel's northern communities. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledges to escalate the war on anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that's right. They are also talking about combating anti-Semitism. That is going to that anti-Semitism gives other people the courage to go do a hate crime towards them. And you know, Israel, Donald Trump calls himself Israel's best friend. And he's talking about combating anti-Semitism, and he wants the death penalty basically for criticism or what they will label anti-Semitism. All right. Well, let me put this window up right here. All right.
The Islamic Republic of Iran marked its annual Quds Day in reference to Jerusalem, during the course of which participants called for the annihilation of the State of Israel and the United States of America. Despite being brought to their knees with the Ayatollah regime's own defenses largely destroyed and their regional proxies heavily battered, regime supporters nonetheless are convinced that the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps maintains the upper hand, with messages of hostile intent broadly cited amid a pledge by the United States and Israel that the Islamic Republic would not attain nuclear weapon capabilities.
They can't do a damn thing. Even if they want to attack, we'll slap them hard in the mouth, and Allah willing, if they even land a slap or make a move, according to the Supreme Leader's words, the era of hit and run is over. If they hit once, they'll...
Hey, she's saying, according to the Supreme Leader's words. Listen to what she's saying.
Get 10 back, Allah willing. Allah willing, if they even land a slap or make a move, according to the Supreme Leader's words, the era of hit and run is over. If they hit once, they'll get 10 back, Allah willing.
Man, it's heating up out here, man. Come on.
From the first day you started threatening, you couldn't carry out even one of them, and until the end, you will not dare to act on any of your threats. Our brave Revolutionary Guard soldiers are fully prepared to completely destroy all your bases in the Middle East and all your ships and aircraft carriers, wiping them out entirely.
It is important to know that the situation in Iran is becoming increasingly harder, with the Trump administration's maximum pressure campaign already forcing Iran's national currency, the rial, to consecutive record lows. However, according to Iranian citizens, the main reason for the Iranian currency's rapid decline relates to circulating chatter about prospects of a wide-scale war between the United States and Israel versus Iran.
These whispers of war caused the dollar rate to rise. And if the slightest thing happens, the dollar will go even higher.
I think it is very unlikely that there will be a war with the policies they have. But if they talk about war, the same conversation will cause the dollar to increase in price the next day.
Meanwhile, in Yemen, the Iranian proxy Ansar Allah, which is dominated by the Houthi tribe, announced that in light of the American campaign against its efforts to thwart freedom of navigation in the strategic Strait of Bab el-Mandeb and adjacent waterways, they intend to gradually escalate their attacks against maritime shipping and the State of Israel.
تؤكد القوات المسلحة اليمنية
The Yemen armed forces affirm that American aggression will only strengthen the resolve and resilience of the Yemeni people. The confrontations over the past days are merely the beginning of a gradual expansion of defensive operations in the coming days, and the enemy will witness more of the strength and determination of Yemen's steadfast and unyielding people. We will continue to prevent Israeli navigation in the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea, and we remain committed to supporting our resilient and oppressed brothers in Gaza until the aggression against them ceases and the siege is lifted.
Following this blatant announcement, U.S. Central Command launched its most robust aerial strikes to date, destroying over 100 targets and eliminating at least 58 of the Houthi leadership. Among others, the brother of the tribal leader of the Houthis, called Abd al-Halq al-Houthi, was initially rushed to an undisclosed medical facility after sustaining severe wounds. However, shortly thereafter, Houthi sources have confirmed that Abd al-Halq al-Houthi had succumbed to his wounds. Turning to Israel's northern front, where rocket alert sirens sounded in the area of Margaliot, Kiryat Shmona, and Misgav Am at 7:50 this morning, when two projectiles were launched from Lebanese territory toward Israel's northern communities. One projectile that crossed into Israeli airspace was immediately intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system, while the second projectile fell in southern Lebanon. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz immediately responded to the launches in a statement that read, quote, "The fate of Kiryat Shmona will be the same fate of Beirut. If there is no peace in Kiryat Shmona and the Galilee communities, there will be no peace in Beirut either." Jerusalem's top defense official continued by stressing,
"Hey man, things is heating up and U.S. got his nose over there. Because the Houthis also, you just heard, they want to protect the people in the Gaza Strip as well. Now, you know, America is helping Israel take over the Gaza Strip. When you got certain soldiers out there and they're showing you how the soldiers look, the Israeli soldiers look, but then you got some that's blurred out. What do you think that is? Now, that's speculation. That's neither here nor there. But come on, man.
That the Lebanese government bears direct responsibility for every shot fired at the Galilee and pledged to act forcefully against any threat. Subsequently, in line with the defense minister's pledge, the Israel Air Force had initially launched dozens of strikes against Hezbollah terror targets in southern Lebanon.
But yeah, if you want to watch the rest of it, there goes the there goes the name of the video. Iran vows annihilation of U.S. and Israel. Come on, man. Man, we here, man. This ain't the time to be getting weak, neither. You got people that used to be in this truth, used to be brothers, that dropped out right at the end. To do fucking what? To go where? Hey, hope this was edifying. Hope you could take something from it. This is just a brief news update. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.